is a corner of rural England, England at war, but in this lovely sheltered spot, bombs are only an echo. Here is a children's world, the kind of world a child can live and grow in, play, be happy. Canadian Red Cross juniors have made all this possible. Living in a land untouched by bomb and terror from the skies, Canadian girls and boys have taken it upon themselves to provide care and comfort for these little Britons. They have been educated in Canadian Junior Red Cross to the great truth that it is the children of today who shall inherit the world of tomorrow. I had a little pony. His name was Dapple Gray. I hitched him to a pony cart and drove him far away. This is indeed a child's world, a brave new world filled with laughter. No day is long enough to hold all the adventures and explorations. Work isn't really work at all. It's a game when you've good companions to lend a hand. Heave ho for a fireplace log, my hearties. Children in the occupied countries starve and die, spend their days in fear and trembling. These small children are safe, secure, busy with their toys. I paint as I please. Indeed, young sir, but what is it? Your guess is as good as mine. Architects in embryo. Perhaps among these is a new Sir Christopher Wren to rebuild the cities of the future. Never too small to learn, and lessons come easy. Young minds are quick and curious, hungry for knowledge. Yum, yum, who said food? And a person has to learn to help himself. There's a war on. Nobody gets much service nowadays. But when you're hungry, who cares? Lots and lots of the tasty vegetables on the plates were grown right here in the nursery gardens. They're much more intriguing when you've seen them growing. And do they taste good? Yum, yum. Under the shadow of war, all children suffer. But here in England, it's not so bad when Canadian juniors adopt them. Then they have a protector, a friend who never fails them. Time out for a bit of shut-eye. Even little people get tired. There's so many interesting things to do. A sweet in the cheek is worth 2 in the jar. Just 1 now. It's easy to fall asleep when you're 5 or so and dreams are nice. Maybe they're just bits and pieces of dreams, but they've often got a mother's face or a father's. Oh, and before you know it, a raggy dog or an old gray tomcat dear to the heart. But slumber time is a good time. A fellow gets pretty worn out when he's growing and playing and learning. It's a full-time job for a 4-year-old and calls for a full quota of good deep sleep. Out from the sea of sleep, fresh as a daisy and ready for anything. Something to love. Of course, dolls and teddy bears have personalities. You don't choose just any old one. You're very particular. Ah, that's the one. Ride a cock horse to Banbury Cross to see a great lady ride a white horse. Who is there who hasn't loved a rocking horse and found him a thrill to ride? Hello, Mary. How are you, Tommy? And Betty? Good food and fresh air, lots of sleep, and hours of play in the country show results. Go ahead, it's quite all right to pick these flowers. No trespasser signs here. Chickens are fun. Strange, too, if you were born within sound of the Bow bells. Fish are such tricky fellows, very tricky. Now you see them, now you don't. The pond is a mirror. A blurry mirror. A little strenuous exercise is just the ticket. Have to be strong and healthy to take on the world when the time comes. This is exercise, this is play, to build the tall, strong men and women of tomorrow. And so to bed. Up the long stair. Up and up. Whoops! Careful there, young fella, me lad. It's a long way down. But there's a friendly rail to cling to, and you can approach the problem with hands and feet the practical way if you want to. Someday, these years spent in the kindly shelter of these historical homes with their lovely rolling parklands are going to be comforting, treasured memories of English men and women who lived to grow up because of an ideal nurtured in the minds and hearts of Canadian Red Cross juniors. Friendships are formed in the comfort and beautiful surroundings of these nurseries. Playmates. Affection and companionship are freely given here. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 guys in a tub, with a busy Red Crosser to see that they scrub. Yes, sir, teeth have to be healthy and shining. It's rather like a game, too, when you get onto the knack of it. And so to bed. This time to sleep the clock around. It's been a long day and a good day. Now it's tucking in time when a mother might be sorely missed if these gentle young nurses were not on hand. It is worthwhile to give these little people a home and the good care and companionship they must have to grow up. In their small prayers they say, God bless the Canadian Junior Red Cross. And it's because of the open-handed giving of Canadian juniors that these under 5s in Great Britain may lay themselves safely down to sleep.